If you get a guy if you've got a vice cop who you've pissed off in the past, you'll probably get in trouble.
All right, everything sounds great so far, but what are some of the legal issues that we should know about?
In California and Los Angeles, the Vice and ABC offer a class called STARS, and it's a standard practice on how to stay within the laws of Los Angeles County when bartending, how not to serve somebody who's too drunk, how to cut somebody off, how to notice things that are wrong. There are laws on the books that Vice will overlook if you handle it with a little bit of insight and caring. A good example of that is, according to law, our business day starts on, let's say we're working Monday the 1st. If somebody turns 21 on Tuesday the 2nd and they come in at midnight, technically we still operate on Monday the 1st. And they're not 21 until close of business hours and reopening on the 2nd. So if somebody comes in at midnight and I say I can't serve you until tomorrow, that's by law. That's the letter of the law. Vice cops, if they come in at 1 o'clock and card people and that person turns 21, for the most part they're going to overlook that because they know how much the kids enjoy that, and the 21-year-old's going to love it. If you get a guy if you've got a vice cop who you've pissed off in the past, you'll probably get in trouble.
When bars have a liquor license, the ABC has various types of liquor licenses for different types of establishments. That usually is when there's a connection to the resale of alcohol or liquor. For us, we ensure that we are all certified through the state, and it's essentially, there's different courses that you just cover to make sure that all your bartenders are certified in being responsible servers. Knowing how much to serve, how much to not serve somebody, knowing the proper methods to handle a different situation if it should arise with somebody who is too intoxicated. But primarily trying to avoid you ever getting to that point. You want to have preventative measures. So when we have events that require us to be covered or our clients to be covered, we definitely can take care of that for you. We believe that obviously we need to be responsible servers, so we try to make sure that nothing ever happens from our end and be proactive instead of reactive. However, insurance is something that you don't need until you need, and it's better to have it sometimes, and if that's the case, then we definitely take care of having that for our clients and for the venue in which we work, because we want to maintain well-established relationships, and we want to make sure that we're in compliance with all the regulations out there.
So you can get away with not having a lot of things actually with this kind of company. I have general liability and liquor liability insurance. That being said, most parties that are just regular house parties don't ask for that, don't need it. It is nice to have, it's safe. If you intend on working for bigger companies, they require it. Workers' comp sometimes is useful, but that, again, that's only for like really big companies, and even then, there's ways around that. Certain certifications like tip certified, safe serve, those are more or less safety ones. It knows that you know how to deal with food and how to not overserve, but you don't actually need those. Those are good to have, insurance purposes, or if for some reason the bartender doesn't know how to cut people off, which if you've been drinking for a while, that's what most bartenders do. They know everything that's in the certifications anyway. Then there's a few other ones like Bar Smarts, which is if you want to really know your alcohol and your drinks. It's more of the craft cocktail realm. That's a really good one to know. But again, nothing is actually, like, you need it. Nothing's necessary.
One thing you always got to be careful is you never serve underage people. So even in my case, because it is, because I'm going from house to house, I always explain to the people I'm working with is, are there going to be anyone under 21? And if they are, can you make sure you keep them away from the bar? And at the same time, when people are coming in, I always make sure that I ask for IDs as they look if they look like they're under 30, I always ask for IDs. So in that sense, you got to be very careful with that, because you got to be careful when making sure that you know who you're serving, and even furthermore, being responsible for people who are drinking too much. So making sure that you know when to cut someone off.
I am here at the end of your week, and I'm here at the beginning of your week. And I'm here when you're having fun on a Sunday and getting crazy on a Saturday. That's just what it is. I don't think I'd have it any other way. Just like I said, that's how I make a living.